Call the meeting to order. This is a special common council meeting of Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. Roll call.
Alderman Kirkowski is excused. Alderman Bekavich.
Here.
Verhaelen.
Here.
Toman.
Here.
Gale.
Here.
Guzekowski.
Here.
Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. All right, item 3 is a motion to award the contract for the removal and relocation of soil from 8001 South 6th Street to 8850 South 5th Avenue to the lowest responsible bidder, A.W. Oaks and Son, Inc., at an estimated cost of $221,537.50. It's project number 14035 in the 2nd and 4th District. Mike Simmons is here to answer any questions or give us a brief rundown on what's involved.
Yes, thanks, Mayor. This is the large stockpile soil that's immediately west of us here, just south of the Emerald Row Apartments, and the city's been working hard to try and gain the approvals for the DNR to get that soil removed and relocated to another site, and have finally received those approvals. So very quickly we went out, got proposals for the removal. We did get 6 bids. They look fairly competitive. So the recommendation is to go with the lowest, which is A.W. Oaks and Son. And we would, if this gets awarded, we have a completion date of September 23rd. So basically they have a month to get the soil removed and get the site restored.
Do we have a plan for street cleanup as this dirt comes through the 6th Street area?
There is provisions in the contract that they need to take care of that. It's actually a bid item. So
Hopefully it stays dry so you don't have too much mud.
Mike, they're heading south out of the development?
that's correct.
Other questions?
Yeah, just the hauling and delivery to the site at the lake or any placement? Just the hauling? This is just the hauling, no placement? Is it going, is Edgerton doing, is that part of the $4 million deal that Edgerton
Oh, okay.
has?
No, it's not. This is going to the former Peter Cooper site.
All right, but
They're- yeah.
just hauling and stockpiling it there, or is it placement as well?
Just hauling and stockpiling and then vegetative cover.
Mike, just one question. As they haul out, I mean, they're going to take numerous loads out of here. If there's any damage to the sidewalks, roads, anything like that, is it built in the contract for them to cover?
We would hold them responsible, and we know the conditions of the roads now. So we'd have to address it at that time. We don't have any specific language regarding that. Their hands are tied. We gave them one route that they have to take. So that could be a sticky situation.
Okay,
Honestly.
thanks.
Let's just make sure that we look at the condition of the roadway, periodically. We look to see the condition of the mud or dirt that's out there so that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
What is the route, Mike? Are they going down Putes?
No, they are not going down. Well, they are going down far east Putes, but basically it's 6th Street to Forest Hill, Forest Hill to Howell Avenue all the way down to Ryan to South Chicago up to Putes. And then, so basically they are in Putes from 32 Chicago Road to 5th Avenue and then back down south. It's a little bit longer route. Normally would be going down Old Ryan Road, but that is closed now, of course. So,
Anybody else? All right, let's move the dirt. I need a motion on 3.
David will make a motion to award the contract for the removal and relocation of soil from 8001 South 6th Street to 8850 South 5th to the lowest responsible bidder, A.W. Oaks and Sons, Inc., at an estimated cost of $221,537.50, project number 14035.
Toman will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Verhaelen.
Aye.
Toman.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Bekavich.
Aye.
Item number 4 is consideration of ordinance number 2819. It confirms adoption of the settlement agreement between the City of Oak Creek and the International Association of Firefighters, local number 1848, and fixing the salary for members of the association from January 1st, 2015 through December 31st, 2017. Rob?
Thank you, Mayor, and also Union Representative Wilding's here, so, and we're in open session, so I can't say anything nasty about the union. That was completely a joke. We're asking the council to ratify the fire contract. Personnel Committee's recommending it, Alderman Toman, Bukevich, and Gale. Thankful for their work, and we have an experienced committee, which is very, very helpful, very wise. Becky Shermer, Bridget Souffrant, Jerry Peterson, also involved from the city and from the fire department, Tom Rosenditch and Mike Kresick, very thankful for their work. I think we have to thank the fire union too. It's a good contract when you don't get everything you want, and we bargained hard. Obviously, we bargained long this year, and but I think we would agree that there's things in the contract that are useful for both parties. Obviously, there's a raise for 3 years, 2, and 1.5%, which is obviously key. There are changes to retiree health, which I think is a very significant development, and that is the elimination of the traditional health for new hires and a payment of a stipend, which is also hopefully going to be very useful for the new firefighters to help pay for benefits in retirement. But it's more of a pay-as-you-go, kind of eliminates that liability that grows in kind of an unfunded way. And then a couple of other, I think, very useful things. The firefighters really wanted to get some comp time, and that was something that the bargaining team considered and granted. And then in exchange, there was there's always a concern about overtime and managing overtime in the fire department. And so one of the ways to address that was by allowing or requiring a buyback of some of the vacation time that the firefighters have. And so they cooperated to have a mandatory buyback of 3 days and a voluntary buyback of up to 10 days. So hopefully that'll be useful. And then there was some other operational things we dealt with, dealing with pay for acting battalion chief. And another significant issue is rolling in the EMT pay and the paramedic pay into the base wage, which is something that over the years we've always had a standalone payment for being an EMT and a paramedic, but now that's going to be considered part of the wage. And so we're asking to respectfully have the council approve the contract.
So both sides got something and both sides didn't get something. Mr. Wilding's shaking his head. You're
Yes,
shaking
very
your
much
head.
so.
Good. That's a good negotiation, I think. Protected the city in the long run. Questions?
Steve, any characterization from your membership on the overall structure of the contract and outcome?
I come up to the mic.
It's okay. You're here. We'll use you.
The concern was I had a little trouble selling the 3-day buyback.
It's on
They
holiday,
value
right?
their they value their time off, so there was a
That's
little
what
trouble there, but we
Comp
got
time was the,
it was the quid pro quo, if you will. But other than that, a little frustration with the length of time, but
Both sides.
I explained that,
Both sides.
and it was all good after the explanations of what happened. So they're accepting it.
Good.
Overwhelming ratification numbers, so all good.
And Personnel Committee was unanimous?
Yeah. And if I can add, I mean, I've been in a lot of negotiations. This one did go long, but very professional on both sides. Everybody really does their homework, and they're really doing it for not only the benefit of their membership or the city, but to benefit all the citizens. And I mean, some of the ideas that were actually generated came out of the union bargaining unit on buyback and things like that. Things that were actually going on anyways. So we just kind of put them to paper. And there were also some ideas that got kicked around that maybe in future contracts may be up for further discussion that could benefit the city and the unit in other ways too. So we'll see what happens in 3 years.
Good.
Year and a half.
See you next year.
not even a year.
Yeah,
Half a year.
and by the way, that contract is retro, just for the public's knowledge.
Although some of the provisions, if you know, to start 1/1/17.
Yeah.
So
All right, anybody else? If not, a motion on 4.
I'm going to make a motion to adopt ordinance number 2819, confirming adoption of the settlement agreement between the City of Oak Creek and the International Association of Firefighters, Local Number 1848, and fixing the salary for members of the association from January 1st, 2015 through December 31st, 2017.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Toman.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Bekavich.
Aye.
Verhaelen.
Aye.
Item 5 is a consideration, thank you, gentlemen. Item 5 is a motion to convene in the closed session immediately following the conclusion of the common council meeting pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute, Section 19.851C, for an interview orientation by Lee Simborski of GovHR USA, and to conduct interviews of the following finalists for the position of city administrator, being at 8:30 a.m. Candidates as listed, times as listed. And I'll hand it off to Alderman Gale.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Rob.
Appreciate all the
Aye,
help.
Rob.
See you later. Have a good day.
Thanks, Mayor. Gale will move to convene in the closed session immediately following the conclusion of the common council meeting pursuant to Wisconsin State Statutes, Section 19.85, Sub 1, Sub C, for an interview orientation by Lee Simborski of GovHR USA, and to conduct interviews of the following finalists for the position of city administrator beginning at 8:30 a.m. as listed.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Bekavich.
Aye.
Verhaelen.
Aye.
Toman.
Aye.
All right, we will go into closed session. We will turn off the live stream, and at some point this afternoon, we'll come back into open. All right, Ken,
Gale moves to reconvene in open session.
roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Bekavich. Verhaelen.
Aye.
Toman.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
No action taken on the item in question. Motion to adjourn. Roll call.
Alderman Bekavich. Verhaelen.
Aye.
Toman.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Thank you for being here. We will see you in less than an hour at Plan Commission.